One evening, the Buddha was sitting beneath a large tree in a peaceful village, sharing his wisdom with the people gathered around him. Villagers and disciples listened with complete attention, absorbing every word. Among them sat a man whose body was present, but whose mind was somewhere far away. He stared at the ground with a troubled expression, lost in painful thoughts. The Buddha noticed him and gently paused his discourse. "My friend," the Buddha asked kindly, "where has your mind wandered? You are sitting here, yet your thoughts are somewhere else." The man stood respectfully and replied, "Master, I came from a nearby village to hear your teachings, but while sitting here, an old memory suddenly returned to me. A few years ago, I visited another village during a festival. While walking through the crowded marketplace, I accidentally bumped into another man. It was only an accident, but he became furious. He started shouting at me and insulting me in front of everyone. I tried to explain, but he wouldn't listen. The crowd watched as he humiliated me. Many years have passed since that day, but whenever I remember it, I feel the same anger rising inside me. My blood begins to boil. Sometimes I even imagine meeting him again so I can finally take revenge." The Buddha listened quietly. After a moment, he smiled gently and said, "My friend, your condition reminds me of a man who spent his entire life carrying a heavy sack of stones." The man looked confused. The Buddha continued, "Long ago, there lived a man who constantly argued with other people. Sometimes he fought over money, sometimes over land, sometimes over matters so small that they could easily have been forgotten. Whenever someone insulted him or treated him unfairly, he would think, 'One day I will make this person pay. I must never forget what they did to me.' To make sure he never forgot, he created a strange habit. After every quarrel, he picked up a stone. On that stone, he wrote the person's name and the reason for his anger. Then he placed the stone inside a large sack. 'I will carry these stones wherever I go,' he thought. 'They will remind me of every person who has wronged me.' At first, there were only a few stones. The sack was light and carrying it wasn't difficult. But as months passed, arguments increased. Every new conflict added another stone. Slowly the sack became heavier and heavier. Still, he refused to put it down. One day, he had to travel to another village. As always, he lifted the heavy sack onto his shoulder and started walking. The road was long, the sun was hot. With every step, the weight became harder to bear. Before long, he became completely exhausted. Unable to continue, he dropped the sack beside a river and collapsed beneath a nearby tree. His clothes were soaked with sweat. His breathing was heavy. At that moment, an elderly wise man happened to pass by. Seeing the exhausted traveler, he stopped and asked, "My friend, what has made you so tired?" The man pointed toward the sack. "I have been carrying these stones for many miles. They have become too heavy." Curious, the old man opened the sack. Inside were dozens of stones. Each one had someone's name and the memory of an old quarrel written on it. The old man looked at him and asked, "Why are you carrying all of these?" The traveler replied, "Each stone represents someone who insulted or hurt me. I carry them so I never forget. One day, when the opportunity comes, I will take revenge." The old man smiled with compassion. "My friend," he said, "perhaps these people hurt you once, but by carrying these stones every day, you continue hurting yourself." The traveler remained silent. The old man continued, "The people whose names are written on these stones are living their lives. They are not carrying this burden, but you carry it every day. You suffer every morning. You suffer every evening, and all because you refuse to let go." The traveler looked down. "What should I do?" he asked. "I don't want to forget what happened." The wise man replied, "You should never forget the lesson, but you must let go of the anger. The lesson protects your future. The bitterness only destroys your present." For the first time, The traveler truly looked at the sack he had carried for years. He realized that it had become a prison of his own making. Slowly, he opened it. He picked up the first stone. He looked at the name one last time. Then he threw it into the river. Splash! He picked up another and another. With every stone that disappeared into the water, the sack became lighter. His shoulders felt free. His breathing became easier. When the final stone was gone, he lifted the empty sack with one hand. For the first time in many years, he walked without effort. More importantly, his heart felt lighter than ever before. After finishing the story, the Buddha looked at the man before him and said, "My friend, you are just like that traveler." He carried stones on his shoulders. You are carrying painful memories in your mind. What happened in the past cannot be changed, but every time you remember it with anger, you suffer all over again. The person who insulted you years ago may have forgotten the incident completely, but you continue reliving it. You are giving new life to an old wound. The man lowered his head. The Buddha continued, "Learn from the past. Protect yourself from making the same mistake again. But do not carry bitterness with you. The moment you decide to let go, your mind begins to become free." The man's eyes filled with tears. For the first time, he understood that he had spent years punishing himself for something that had happened long ago. From that day onward, whenever the painful memory returned, he reminded himself the lesson remains, but the anger is gone. Slowly, the memory lost its power over him. His heart became lighter. His mind became peaceful. The lesson, if we look carefully at our own lives, we will realize that we are not very different from the man carrying the sack of stones. Whenever someone hurts us, we store that memory. Whenever someone insults us, we replay those words again and again. We hold on to failures. We replay embarrassing moments. We remember betrayals. We carry guilt over our own mistakes. Day after day, our minds become filled with invisible stones: anger, regret, resentment, disappointment, and fear. The burden grows heavier with every passing year. The truth is simple. The past cannot be changed. No amount of worrying, regretting, or remembering will rewrite yesterday. It only steals the peace of today. Letting go does not mean accepting injustice. It does not mean allowing others to hurt you again. It simply means refusing to let old pain control your present life. Keep the wisdom. Leave the bitterness behind. Just as the traveler felt free after emptying his sack, our minds become lighter when we release memories that no longer serve us. Yesterday is gone. Learn from it. Grow because of it. But do not carry its weight forever, because the moment you let go of the stones in your heart is the moment you truly begin to walk in peace